G'day YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report. Look, it started yesterday. Was a cold front come across from the west and it was snowing out at Stanthorpe, which is always the coldest part in Queensland. And yeah, boy, we had a real cold wind yesterday. Mother-in-law's breath, I call it. You know, that cold, that cold breeze coming down the back of your neck all the time. We're a bit late with the stew this week, as Ross, my main parts bloke, is having a break, having holidays. So I mean, got a bit of a dry throat. No, needs more beer or something. But yeah, look, he's having a bit of a break, and look, he does a great job. And so normally, where I get Monday in the shed to film the stew and have a bit of a muck around with tractors and all that sort of thing, well, that just didn't happen this week. With Ross being away, yeah, I had to come in and help fill the gaps a little bit. So the girls are busy downstairs. The sales, it's funny, we just had an election in Australia, and before the election, business just dropped off. It was shocking, and yeah, we were wondering how it was going to go, and in Australia, we have the two major parties are the Labor Party, which has historically been for the working man. They're backed by the trade union movement and all that sort of thing, but they have big ambitions and big spending ideas. And we also have the Liberal Party, which is always seen as more responsible with money, and they're all sort of seen as the businessman's party a bit more, where Labor was a working man's party. So the Liberal Party in Australia is a conservative party, and the Labor Party was the Liberal. I think in America the Liberals are our Labor Party. They're the ones that are on electric cars, and everyone has to turn to solar power by 2030 and all that sort of thing. So, but in Australia, the Labor Party is in line with the Greens and the union movements and all that sort of thing. And the Liberal Party, for those who don't know, they're more conservative. They do look after big business a bit, which is not ideal. But anyway, we had this election, and everyone, all the newspapers and all that said Labor was getting in, so the Greens were going to have a lot of say. And they were having policies where they were going to phase out every car had to be electric by 2030 or something like that. And they were going to bring in death duty. So if you were, well, that may be a bit of a myth, but there was a scare campaign going that they were going to bring in death duty. So when you passed on your estate to your kids, say you had $1 million worth of property and all that, your assets would get assessed. Then if you're in partnership with your wife, well, they take that out, then whoever it got left to would have to pay 40% of what was left. So people would inherit farms and instead of inheriting the farm off the old boy when he passed on, they'd have to find $400,000 to pay the government to keep the home family farm. So it was a shit idea. And but there's talk saying that wasn't their plan anyway. But there is, whether it was or wasn't, I don't care. But it was out there. And also franking credits, which are if you own shares in a company or shares of some sort in your superannuation fund or that, and the company pays tax on those shares, you get your dividend tax free because the company that you own a part of already paid them. So they were going to get rid of all that. So. But anyway, a lot of retirees and a lot of people that we dealt with, and farmers particularly, farmers traditionally vote Liberal or National Party, or they're more conservative, really. And they were concerned about it, and business just dried up. Everyone was worried. And as it happened, the conservative side of politics won the election, which no one predicted. And anyway, they won, and the reason I'm showing you all this bullshit is since the election, there's more confidence in town. Business has just taken off. Like, we're probably $1,000 a day up on our turnover. We've had to get some business cards, and we're looking at getting some new Bundy Bear stickers and all that done. And I was over at the printers talking to them about that, and they said since the election, just woof, it's in. And we have another customer that's a finance bloke, does machinery finance and all that sort of thing for people. He said on the Monday after the election, the phone rang hot, and before it, everyone was concerned. And the real estate bloke in town, we had one of them come in for a chat too, and they said since the election, houses are selling, and there's interest in commercial property. So I don't know why it goes like that. From my point of view, if your grass needs mowing, it doesn't matter whether you have a Conservative or a Labor government, you're still got to mow your bloody grass. But anyway, look, business has just taken off, but which is a good thing. And so yeah, we'll just have to see about that. Because Ross is away, I'm doing the stew in my office today, and it's Wednesday morning, so I'm running a bit late. We just got a bit busy, and we'll just see what happens with it all. Jude's next door banging away on the door, so going into her office there, so that's that noise you can hear. You probably hear a few cars going past as well. And but look, this week, yeah, I did get a final drive put on the 1356 speed, and I've videoed that, so I might see if I get time this week sometime, I might get that rendered and out there for you to have a bit of a look. I do have one in the bank on the 135 multi-power axle seal and all that sort of thing. I may get that out, but look, we'll just see. We just haven't got time for it just this week probably. Ross will be back next Tuesday, so I'll probably have to work next Monday as well, just to fill the gaps. Monday we sell a lot over the weekend normally, and Mondays are quite busy for everyone. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. I saw a little chamfer tool on eBay. So I've got the camera up a bit high. I've got the camera on the tripod that I use for filming, taking parts pictures for the website, and so it's up above my head by about a foot, and I can take it over to the table there and drop it down and look straight down on a part. So, but anyway, I thought this would be a handy thing just in the mill, just as a chamfering tool. Yeah, you can just bring it down. It can do up to like 3/4 bolts. That noise in the background, Jude's, I don't know, she can't know I'm filming, she's doing shredding paper next door, so yeah. But anyway, not to worry, we'll work through it all. And we're always on the hunt for new Fergie parts, or new parts for our restorations and things like that. And it's been annoying me a little bit that where you have your brake rod shafts and all that, you have a little clevis pin through it. And it's just a clevis with a split pin. And all the companies build a long one. It's too long, and you've either got to drill it and cut it off, or be happy with the long one. So so we finally found the correct length one. So the correct length under the head looks to be, where are we here? So about 830 thou. So we finally found them by 3/8, I believe. Actually, it's a bit bigger. 425. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit bigger. I thought it was 5. I thought it was 3/8. Sorry, which would be 0.375. But this is 0.4285. So anyway, so we finally found those little pins, and they're a good quality one, so we've organised some of those to come into the country, and we've got stock of them. We've got new seat bolts now that go down through your Fergie plough seat, and the original ones had 11/16 UNF thread on, and just a flat nut, but the only ones we can find at the moment have a nice domed head, the nice 11/16 square, I think it's 11/16, anyway, nice square for the seat, and on the bottom now they have a crimp lock nut, so when you do it up it just locks. So that's the only ones we can find with that. Another thing that we've never ever been able to find is the Ferguson TED20 fuel tap. So you have your two banjo bolts sitting up here. The back one is for your petrol to start your tractor. The front one is for your TVO or your petrol kero. So we finally found them. Now I believe, and this is a real good, like it's a beautiful bit of gear, but in the hole here, we've only got one of these in Australia at the moment. In the hole there, some of the original ones had a gauze. These don't have a gauze, but because the two banjo bolts that go up into your tank have gauze on them, you can use that. You know, the gauze will look after the any rubbish, but you shouldn't have rubbish in there anyway. But so yeah, it comes down in through the centre here, through the centre hole and out here and around the back of your engine to your carby. So we found a supply of these finally. They're a really good copy. The casting's really nice. We get them out of England, but if they're made in England or not, I don't know. But look, they're a beautiful thing. So now we've brought the test one in, we're going to bring a stack of, we're going to bring a few of them in anyway, and see how we go. But yeah, that's part of the fun of this job, I reckon. Finding new parts that we can't find before and things like that. So, but look, we haven't got a lot of content this week. Yeah, just because I'm in at work, buggering around. So we had the white Triton in yesterday, and we've got new tyres put on that, and we've gone a bit wider, and we've gone about an inch taller with the tyres, and most cars in Australia have a speedo error built into them, and the legislation, I believe, says that your speedo on a new car can be out up to 10%, but it must read slow. So so if you're doing 100 kilometres an hour on your speedo, your actual speed has to be under that, or 100 kilometres an hour or under it. And with my Colorado, when I first bought it, the speedo was out quite a lot. It was at about 6 kilometres an hour, so I could sit on 106 kilometres an hour and a GPS would tell me that I had 100 on the dash. And so look, I put the bigger tyres on, the 1 inch bigger tyres than standard, taller, and that fixed the speedo error, and it was bang on. But as the tyres wear, of course, it slowly gets out a little bit. With our white Triton, the new Triton, it was out nearly 9 kilometres an hour, so I could set it up on 9 kilometres an hour, 109 kilometres an hour, sorry, and the GPS would say we're just doing 100, so it was out a long way. So we've put the bigger tyres on that now, and I haven't tested it with a GPS yet, but that'll be coming up over the next few days. I'll hook the GPS in and go for a drive and just test the speedo at different speeds, just so I know that if I set the cruise control for 100 kilometres an hour and there's a bloody pineapple coming the other way, he's not going to ping me for speeding. So anyway, that's something interesting. I've just got the oxygen bottle in the back now. I think Judy said the bill come for the oxygen bottle for the next 12 months, and it's $250 something, I think she said. So it's in the back of the car, it's going back, so then I've got no more bottles, but I've got all my axle seals and collars and that done that I need to do just at the moment. So yeah, next time we fire up the oxy, we'll be over to Bunnings and we can spend $200 there and get the bottle and no ongoing rent. And like I was saying in earlier videos, with the $200, I can take the bottle back whenever I choose and get my deposit back. So that's a good plan. They are smaller bottles, but that's okay. No big deal. With Bunnings being open 7 days a week, and I'm 5 kilometres away, so what's that, 4 or 5 miles from our big Bunnings in town here, so yeah, that's no problem. We'll get that all sorted out over the next day or so. But anyway, look, that's it for this week. Yeah, not a lot of content, nothing major going on apart from just work, so we'll chug along with that and see how we go, and we'll catch you next week. See you.